Dylan James, doing his Master's of Science in Psychology at Trent. And the title of his presentation is Not Just Right, Exploring Interoception and Incompleteness in Obsessive-Compulsive Disorder. Okay.
Testing, everybody can hear me?
You're walking down a sidewalk and you snuff your foot in a crack. Now, everyone knows what they say about stepping on cracks and breaking mothers' backs. Well, you know this obviously isn't true. You still spend your next few paces avoiding the upcoming cracks. But why? You step out of the car and you go to shut the door. Now, the door closes, but it doesn't make that crisp thud sound. You probably reshut that car door, don't you? These everyday experiences that many of us can relate to can be understood as compulsive behaviors, and when carried to their extreme, are a key trait in the disorder known as OCD. Now, our traditional understanding of OCD would explain these compulsive behaviors as actions we perform to reduce the fear caused by an obsession. For example, in the classic case of the germaphobe, an individual will spend hours routinely washing their hands, the compulsion, due to the fear that germs will harm them, the obsession. But when we contrast the case of the germaphobe with these experiences I had you consider earlier, you may notice something critically different. When you paced your steps or reshut the car door, you probably wouldn't say that you're doing these things because you were afraid of anything, right? Well, a growing body of evidence supports a second major dimension underlying these obsessive-compulsive behaviors, known as incompleteness. Incompleteness is characterized not by fear, but by a discomfort and a need to correct feelings of not just rightness. That missing thud when you first shut the car door creates a not just right feeling, which then triggers the urge to reshut the car door. Research shows that some of the most severe and untreatable cases in OCD are those on this incompleteness dimension. And one of the reasons behind this is that the current treatment for OCD involves addressing the fear behind the compulsion. So when an individual presents high in incompleteness, whose compulsions aren't based in fear, they just don't respond to the treatment. The question therefore becomes, what's causing the sense of incompleteness that's then driving these compulsions? One mechanism that may help explain this are deficits in interoceptive awareness. Put simply, interoceptive awareness is our ability to detect our bodily sensations along with the thoughts and feelings we have about these sensations. This seems particularly applicable given that sensory-based nature that characterizes incompleteness and that not just right feeling. Yet no research has evaluated this relationship. Using a series of assessments that actually induce that not just right experience, my research will assess how deficits in interoceptive awareness can explain incompleteness. Answers to these questions will help you know why you pace your steps down the sidewalk or why you reshut that car door. But at its critical level, we will begin to understand the phenomena that's driving some of the most severe and untreatable cases in OCD. Thank you.